Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video on this channel. I'm going to briefly talk about what it is like for me to have cerebral palsy. Sometimes people don't realize when an individual has this condition, there are several types of CP and, sorry, clearing my throat. And it is not a one size fits all diagnosis. And so I happen to have an amazing orthopedic doctor who knows about pediatrics, but also about adults, because I am an adult in a child-sized body. So we kind of have to go with that when I'm being treated and everything. So what is it like for me? I can walk. So don't assume that just because, well, I'm just going to talk about myself. Okay. I can walk, so don't assume that because I'm walking, I don't have cerebral palsy. I do wear, I'm not going to be able to show you everything right now because there are things that are put up, but I do wear the AFO braces. These are the ones with the musical notes. And sorry, my hearing aid's squeaking if you hear it. It's the solid one, which is why it doesn't fit in my size 12 to 13 shoes that I wear. I wear size 12 to 13 in kid shoes. But with these babies, I have to wear a size 4. But I like them, how they have like the musical staff and stuff all over them. Like, that's really cool. I recently got new ones a couple months ago. So that's a thing. So I wear the AFO braces to, number one, keep my feet from contracting. Number two, when I'm walking, it helps my legs become straighter, because my legs have a very hard time being completely straight. And it's noticeable, like, when I'm in the jogger stroller, like, it's just, my legs are just, they have a mind of their own. And it tends to try to help a little bit with the stiffness, but it's mostly more for balance, walking, and keeping my legs straight and my feet contracting. So sometimes I'll wear them at night if I don't wear them during the daytime. I do have a wheelchair. It's put up. I will show it in another video, but it is a very expensive, top-notch. I mean, if it wasn't for insurance, I wouldn't have these things. Like, the insurance pays for all my equipment, the AFO braces, all that kind of stuff that's not cheap, you guys. It's expensive. But you know what? I'm not always affordable. I'm just adorable, okay? That's what I'm going with. But, so anyway, I do have a wheelchair. It's a Highlight brand, and I'll show you more about that later. It's custom made for my body, and so it's a little lower, but it comes with a stroller handle to make the person who's pushing me a lot easier, so they don't have to, like, bend down because I'm so short. So I can reach my wheels, and I can push myself, but I gotta know where I'm at, because, being blind and driving is kind of a scary thing. I also have a jogger, special needs tomato jogger from Adaptive Mall, and we use that because it reclines, as a canopy. It is good for long distances. Sitting in a wheelchair is great for long distances when I need it, but also if you're going to be at the zoo, outside. We've even taken it to the mall because it's easier. It depends on the day. Sometimes I'll take my chair, but it's really easier to use the stroller when I'm carrying a lot of things. I can help people carry things that I can't really help people do in my chair. And if I'm going to be in a stroller, I want to be independent still. So I want to, like, help someone carry something or do something. Easier to do in the stroller because I'm spread out. It reclines. So in the summertime, especially now, if I get really overheated, which I don't know all the time when I'm getting overheated. If I say I'm hot, that means I'm really hot. I tend to not sweat as much. So we got to be careful with the epilepsy, which I'll talk about in another video. If I get overheated, I can have really bad headaches and have a seizure. So basically the stroller, it reclines back. It has a canopy. It's really good for my back, and my orthopedic doctor just is amazed by the progress it's doing, it's making. So if you have a child who needs a special needs stroller, I would definitely recommend the special tomato jogger. But check their size, though, because I'm like the limit. So yeah, anyway, but we use that because for long distances it's very hard for me to walk. I have overtone in my back. Thankfully I don't have that in my legs, but basically if I did I would not be able to walk. My back gets really stiff, my entire body gets really stiff. I have cerebral palsy throughout my entire body. It's not just on one side, not on the other. I have spastic, quadriplegic, hypertonic cerebral palsy. Wow, that's a huge word. Okay. So I get stiff very, very easily. So things like playing the violin and holding this phone. I don't have the tripod on this phone. I know this I should, but I'm just doing these videos. But I get very stiff, and that also can contribute to my seizures, and I'll explain that in another video, like I said. But so it's tiring to have that. But I still can walk. I do have a K walker. We don't use that most of the time. There are situations I will use it, but it was mainly before I got the wheelchair, before my wheelchair arrived, the new one, that I would use it. It does have a little seat on it if I need to sit on it. So I used to use it all the time in school, but so we have it stored now. And again, it's more of the long distance things, so you might not notice it in a video, or you might not notice it if you're not aware. But like my hands get really stiff when I'm doing things, my body does. When I'm dancing, when I'm doing things, like I try to relax, and I do water therapy and hippotherapy, which is horse therapy, to keep my body relaxed, which amazing results. Physical therapy, we tried it several times and it didn't do very well. Sorry, my arm is like killing me. It hurt my body more than it helped, but we still tried it to see, but it just wasn't working. So, we stuck with this stuff, and the doctor's very impressed. I'm very impressed. What is it like? I don't know. It's just if I do what I'm supposed to, I'm not in pain. A lot of people with cerebral palsy can have pain. I choose to not talk about it because I don't like to complain, and I don't because of the things that we do. It's actually limited my pain. I used to have a lot more pain all the time. Like, just I would cry out at night. Like, the pain was unbearable, you guys. Unbearable. But now that I have, like, using all this equipment, I'm doing things that I didn't really know if I wanted to do at first. But my orthopedic doctor said to me, Ashley, you cannot overcompromise your body anymore. You can't keep doing this. So I'm not in pain because of that. So having cerebral palsy is, you know what? It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. I know that there are a lot of people that have worse cases, and I don't mean that in a critical way, but I consider myself pretty fortunate, and I'm able to be in the best care of the best doctors. So you know what? It's great. It's fine. I find ways to do things, and if I get tired, I'm learning to tell people I'm getting tired, because I'm kind of tough, and I don't always like to do that. But I'm learning more and more. It is helping. And so, I just learned to do what I can, and then when I need help doing something because of that condition, I will ask for help and assistance, and I will help out as much as I possibly can. So, that's what it's like for me. It can be tiring, but it's also relaxing when I swim and when I do all these other sorts of things that help my body. Warm water is great too. Definitely helps. So yeah. That is what it is like for me to have cerebral palsy, and hope you like this video. If you haven't, comment down below and press that bell icon. Actually subscribe, press the red button down below, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of videos I post every single day. Alright, see you in the next video. Bye!
Talk back on. Stop video.